So in the previous lecture we saw a simple translational and a rotational system. Okay, so as the system becomes more complex, we will need another method called the nodal method. Okay, in order to understand this nodal method, we will make use of this example. Okay, so this is a system. You have a mass m1 and you have a mass m2. Okay, now force F is applied on mass m1. Okay, and what are the forces, what are the elements that are acting on m1? You have the friction b1, and here also you have one friction b12. Okay, and because m1 and m2 are connected, m2 will also move because of the force F. Okay, and the displacement of m2 is x2, displacement of m1 is x1. Okay, and m2 also you have different elements that are associated with it, b2, k2, k12, right? So now for this system, first thing that you have to do is obtain a equivalent mechanical model. Okay, so how do you obtain the equivalent mechanical model? Here you have to identify what are the displacements in the system. Okay, so we can see that we have one displacement x1 and another displacement x2. Okay, now these displacements we represent by means of nodes. Okay, two nodes, because we have two displacements. One is x2 and another is x1. Okay, and here we will take a reference node. Okay, now what we have to do here is, what are all the elements that are corresponding to each of the displacements that we have to represent in this equivalent mechanical model. Okay, if you take the displacement x1, what are all the elements that are associated with it? You have mass m1, right? You have force F, you have force b1. Okay, now b12 we will discuss about that later. Okay, but if you consider only m1, f and b1, they are acting only on the mass m1. Okay, so they are associated only with the displacement x1. So these elements, they have to be connected from the node x1 to the reference node. Okay, so you have mass m1 here. Okay, this is node x1. You have the friction b1. Okay, and the force F. Okay, so these are all the elements that are being connected from x1 to reference node, because they are acting only on the mass m1. Okay, and similarly for m2, okay, that is for displacement x2, what are all the elements that are acting exclusively on m2? There will be m2, okay, the element m2, k2 and b2. Okay, so these are the elements that are acting exclusively on x2. So we draw them from x2 to the reference node. Okay, so here you have, this is b2, here you have the spring k2, and here you have the mass m2. Okay, next, what are the remaining elements? k12 and b12. Okay, so here you have to see that these elements, they are not exclusively acting on either m1 or m2. They are connected between both the masses. Okay, so in such a case, what do? Those elements you will have to connect in between the nodes x2 and x1. Okay, so here you will have k12 and here you will have b12. Okay, now k12 is connected directly to x2. Okay, so that is why we have connected k12 towards x2, and b12 is directly towards x1. Okay, so here also we have connected right next to x1. Okay, so this is the equivalent mechanical model. Once you get the equivalent mechanical model, then you will have to write the mathematical equations. Now we will see how to write the mathematical equations. Okay, so the mathematical equations at each node are written using D'Alembert's principle. Okay, so D'Alembert's principle, it states that the vector sum of externally applied forces and forces resisting motion is 0. Okay, so we will write the equation for each of the nodes and then you will get an understanding. Okay, so for node x1, okay, so what are all the forces that are acting on x1? You have the external force F and the opposing forces B1, M1 and B12. Okay, so first you write F, which will have the positive sign, and the rest of them we will take in the negative sign because they are opposing the motion of x1. So minus B1 dx1 by dt minus M1 d square x1 by dt square. Okay, now what about B12? If you consider M1 and B1 and F, they are all connected between the displacement x1, the node x1 and the reference node. Okay, but B12 is not connected between x1 and reference. Okay, so in order to write the mathematical equation, we will take another node here, which is x0. Okay, and since it is taken only, this is not the actual displacement that we need. Okay, we do not consider x0 in general, but for writing mathematical equations we take x0. Okay, and for this reason it is called as the dummy node. Okay, so here it will be minus B12 d by dt of x1 minus x0. Okay, so this will be equal to 0. This is the first equation at node x1. Okay, next at node x2. What are all the elements that are present at x2? You have B2, K2 and M2 connected between x2 and reference, and you have K12 which is connected between x2 and x0. Okay, so here there is no external force, so all of them you can take to be the same sign. Okay, so you have M2 d square x2 by dt square plus B2 dx2 by dt plus K2 x2. Okay, so these are the elements connected between x2 and reference. Now K12 is connected between x2 and x0. So you will write x2 minus x0. So this is equal to 0. Okay, so we have seen earlier also when there are two displacement of the spring. Okay, so x2 and x0. Then you will write K12 x2 minus x0. Okay, so the one which we take as a positive sign, that will be the node at which we are writing the equation. Every time it's like that. Even at node x1, you can see that B12, one side it is x0 and the other side it is x1, and we have written as B12 d by dt of x1 minus x0. Okay, so whatever node at which we are writing the equation, that will have the positive sign. So this is the second equation. Okay, the next equation will be at node x0. Okay, so we have to write the equation at the dummy node as well. Okay, because x0 is present in equations 1 and 2 and x1 and x2 are already variables, so you will need three equations. Okay, so we have first equation, second equation and third equation we have to write at the dummy node x0. Okay, what are the elements that are connected at x0? You have B12 which is between x0 and x1 and K12 which is between x0 and x2. Okay, so here the equation will be K12 into x0 minus x2. Okay, Here you have taken x naught positive because we are writing the equation at node x naught, plus b12 d by dt of x naught minus x1 is equal to 0. Okay, here also we have taken positive to be x naught to be positive. Okay, so this is the third equation. So this is how you mathematically model a system using the nodal method. Okay, so what did we do first? We first found out the equivalent mechanical model. Okay, and then we wrote the mathematical equations using D'Alembert's principle at each node. Okay, so these will be the required mathematical equations.